All right, thanks a lot, Bob. There is more news to come. CBS 47 News at 6 starts right now.
Show me your hands now!
Jacksonville deputies undergo deadly force training, and CBS 47 News is there showing you why officers are being taught to kill, not to wound. Could this hot weather put you in the black again? Tonight, the Jacksonville Electric Authority has some answers for worried customers. And a big change for local television. Tonight, a new CBS affiliate is in town, and you're watching it right now. We'll answer some of your questions about the big switch live.
Live from Jacksonville, this is CBS 47 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the news. CBS 47 News at 6. I'm John O'Connor.
And I'm Paige Kelton. We begin tonight with a look at the recent police shootings here in Jacksonville. In 2 weeks, 2 men were shot and killed by Jacksonville Sheriff's deputies. And now many ask, when is an officer authorized to pull the trigger? CBS 47's Tim Stockman joins us now live with some answers. Tim?
Paige, obviously the decision to shoot or not to shoot is not always cut and dried out there in the streets, but what we did find out is that Jacksonville officers are drilled over and over to make sure their decision to shoot is a right one and they're not making a fatal mistake. It's an awesome responsibility. Every officer on the street authorized to use deadly force.
In any encounter with a law enforcement officer, there's always a gun involved because the officer has a gun on him.
Boom! Boom!
But when is the right time to exercise that force? In the past 2 weeks, 2 police shootings. This one in Brentwood, an officer fires after being attacked. And this one in Bayard, an officer kills a man who was using his car as a weapon. Were these officers in the right?
He has to, be in danger, feel in danger of his life or somebody else's in the immediate area.
To help make these split-second life or death decisions, officers are drilled from day one, learning the use of force doctrines and practicing worst-case scenarios.
Ladies, move away from the door!
Here in this simulator, cadets walk through realistic shoot-don't-shoot scenarios.
Oh, there will be scenarios in here where, yes, they will not shoot. Deadly force is not required.
By the way, this simulator is also unforgiving. If you happen to come out of cover too soon, the simulator, ouch, shoots you back. The pellets are just a reminder. Everything the officer does on the street has consequences, and time on the range reinforces that fact. This is where officers learn if they do have to use their weapon, they had better use it well.
Most people watch too much television as far as the movies and the theater is concerned, and bullets don't really work the way they have been told. We have to shoot for center mass. We have to remove enough blood supply to the brain so that they stop having the bad thoughts that are causing them to do whatever it is that's causing the officer to have to defend himself or that other innocent person.
So obviously from what you heard right there, the term wound them in the leg does not exist in the Jacksonville Sheriff's Deputy Handbook. They say when they pull their gun, it is a last resort, and when they pull the trigger, it will probably be the last thing the suspect ever hears. Now, as for those fatal shootings here in Jacksonville, I did talk to JSO, and their shooting review board has not met yet, but we will keep you up to date on the latest developments right here on CBS 47. Reporting live in the studio, Tim Stockman, CBS 47 News.
Tim, thanks. In other news, 1 man is dead, 2 others seriously injured after a drive-by shooting in Springfield. Tonight, police want to know what happened in the 1300 block of Evergreen Street. 3 men were standing outside a home there late last night when police say a white Grand Am drove by and someone inside started opening fire. 23-year-old Ronald Tyson was killed. 2 other young men seriously injured. One of those young men in serious, or I should say in critical condition. Witnesses believe the shooting is drug-related. All 3 victims have a lengthy history of drug arrests.
A year-long counterfeiting investigation pays off in St. Johns County. Tonight, 4 people are behind bars. Officers say they were printing counterfeit checks from a computer here in Duval County. Each is now in the Duval County Jail being held on $1 million bond. So far, the task force has confiscated about $2 million worth of counterfeit checks and traveler's checks.
The word for the day out there is hot.
In fact, this week is supposed to be one of the hottest of the year. Bob Allen is here with your CBS 47 first forecast.
Thanks very much, Paige and John. It not only will be one of the hottest of the year, it will be, I'm sure of that, but it's also going to be one of the driest, except for maybe 2 chances this week to see some thunderstorms, and that will be Wednesday and Thursday. Right now, we're at 92 degrees, beaches 93 degrees. Heat indices, folks, that's when we take the heat or the temperature and the humidity and we combine them, and it's a real field temperature. Those heat indices are in the 100 to 105 degree range, so we do ask you to please curtail outdoor activity. More on the heat and more on the entire forecast and a look at the tropical storm Arthur coming up.
It's been a few months since Jacksonville was left in the dark from a blackout. Now that we're in one of the hottest weeks of the year, many wonder, could this happen again? Our Celine MacArthur joins us now live with answers from the Jacksonville Electric Authority. Celine?
Well, Paige, the good news is that we shouldn't see a full-blown blackout like we did in April. JEA says it has enough power to keep everyone's home cool. But it also warns that we are hitting our summer peak of demand early, and that means we're putting a lot of stress on a system that took a hit just a few months ago. April 29th, 2001, a dark day for people living in Jacksonville, literally. One you probably don't want to relive. But with today's near record temperatures, you may be wondering if there's a chance JEA's overworked electrical system could fail again.
It depends on how much more hot weather we get and how much load we have, how much people use their air conditioning.
But Bruce Dugan from JEA says it isn't likely. The last blackout gave the utility company the chance to check all of its lines.
When they sag and they expand, you also have all the different parts of the system all being stressed together. So any weak spots that have developed over the years, they'll show up when you have these hot spells.
JEA has been fixing the weak spots, but Dugan says you need to do your part too to ensure Jacksonville's power is up and running when we need it the most. Our own personal usage in check, and JEA has some great advice. First of all, keep the thermostat at around 78 degrees. The cooler it gets, the more you pay. In fact, if you were to lower the temperature here to 75, you'd expect to pay an additional 15% on your bill. They're also suggesting that you use ceiling fans. They use a lot less electricity, but they warn only keep them on when you're in the room because they only cool people. They do not lower the room temperature. And lastly, if your air conditioning filter looks like this, you need to change it. A dirty and ripped filter puts a lot of strain on your system, and it doesn't even work that well, actually. So for more information on how you can keep your house cool, all you need to do is go to JEA.com for more information. We're live in Arlington. I'm Celine MacArthur, CBS 47 News.
Well, you've probably noticed a big change in Jacksonville television today.
That's a change we're very excited about. You can now watch your favorite CBS programs right here on CBS 47. And with that kind of a switch comes a lot of questions about programming. And for weeks now, we have been answering thousands of questions about CBS and UPN programming. As a matter of fact, we have a phone bank set up right here in our studio with lots of folks manning the phones to answer any questions you may have about where your favorite shows are going to be and what time. So if you want to, pick up your telephone and you can get some very quick, to-the-point answers. The telephone number is 645-9098. Once again, 645. And I understand, Josh Target, you're over there now finding out just what's going on over there. Josh, what's the word?
They give that number and the phones just ring like crazy here. Folks with all kinds of questions about programming, personalities, all sorts of stuff here. Another big question is about reception or the signal strength. Folks may think that our signals are not all that good, but Susan Adams-Lloyd, our general manager here at Clear Channel Jacksonville, is saying maybe it's just some equipment some of these folks need to go out and purchase.
Well, Channel 4, WJAX-TV, is a VHF station, and Channel 47 is a UHF station. So people will need a different type of antenna if they're getting that signal over the air. Of course, a lot of the market is our cable subscribers, and we are in cable homes. In 74% of the market, we are in cable homes, and in the majority of the cases on cable systems, we are cable channel 6.
And it's a day of celebration here at Clear Channel Jacksonville. Phones are ringing, that's a little noisy, and we got some folks ready to get a little rambunctious with a little party over here. Tell us about what's going to go on here for the folks.
Well, we have a lot of our community leaders and dignitaries from really across the country here today, some representatives from CBS, as well as some of our wonderful advertisers and viewers. So we're happy to host a celebration. It's been a long process in the making, but we're delighted to be a CBS affiliate, and we're partying because of it.
And we're hopefully going to chat with Wayne Weaver, the owner of the Jaguars, here in just a little bit about their agreement with us. We get to bring them into our family, and we go into theirs as well.
Sure. We will be carrying the regular season football games, the AFC football games, on both CBS and, of course, on our Fox station as well. We'll carry a couple of those games this season. So 15 out of the 16 games will be on WTEV or on WAWS, and we'll also be doing a preseason a pre-game show on Sundays for 17 weeks with the Jaguars.
You don't have to apologize when you misspeak. It's been a long 2 weeks, long 2 months for you. All right, well, thanks for stopping by for a little bit. And we'll have more on your questions coming up in this half hour. Folks asking about programming. When will those UPN primetime shows be on? We'll tell you all the answers to those questions coming up in just a little bit. Now back to John and Paige on the news desk. Hey, guys.
Josh, thanks a lot. We'll once again tell you the telephone number if you want some more information now. Folks manning that phone bank until the end of this newscast, so don't hesitate to call if you have a question about your favorite program. 645-9098 is the number, 645-9098. Keep it tuned to CBS 47 News.
Here's what's ahead at 6:10, a computer virus alert. This one attacks your antivirus software, among other things. And at 6:19, better sex. We'll show you the key to success in the bedroom for both men and women.
Also ahead, a blood test to detect ovarian cancer. It's a new medical breakthrough that could save your life. And who wants to be a millionaire? A giant jackpot across the border. Find out how much the Mega Millions jackpot is up to now. Coming up next.
How many vacations can you afford to take this year? 52 sound good? Deona's Boatworks in Yulee thinks every weekend in a Carolina skiff is a vacation. The high-performance Carolina skiff is at Deona's Boatworks, the region's best full-line Carolina skiff and sea chaser dealer.
Our family's been in the boat business for 4 generations. We understand customer service.
High volume, low prices, and a short drive to Yulee. We're Deona's Boatworks, also your full-line Yamaha outboard dealer.
Turned out good.
Bluebell, a good way to end any day. Make your day with Bluebell ice cream or the new premium frozen dessert, Cream Supreme.
How will Ray get his mother-in-law out of his house?
It smells wonderful.
That's me, I burped.
Everybody loves Ray.
Tonight at 7 on CBS 47.
There is a giant jackpot growing just north of the Florida border.
Man, oh man, Georgia's Mega Millions lotto now standing at $165 million. Mega Millions used to be called the Big Game. It's a multi-state lottery. The next drawing is tomorrow night, and tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. we'll take you live to Brunswick, Georgia, as people are lined up to get tickets.
CBS 47 has discovered 2 new computer viruses that you need to look out for. Computer experts say the bugs attack files and cripple antivirus software. It spreads by sending copies to email addresses from an infected computer's address book. Now, you can protect your computer by not opening any emails from people you don't know.
It now looks like Florida executions will stay on hold, possibly for the rest of the year. Executions have already been stopped for the past 6 months while the U.S. Supreme Court decides on Arizona's capital punishment laws. The case there challenges the constitutionality of judges making the final decision on death penalty cases. There are similar laws here in Florida where 370 convicted killers sit on death row.
First, they were going to send a delegation. Now the Pentagon is backing off, sending a team of investigators to locate a missing Jacksonville Navy pilot. Relatives of Scott Spiker, as well as the author of a new book, say there is new evidence that he is alive and being held captive. Lieutenant Commander Spiker was shot down in the first minutes of the Gulf War back in 1991. He was originally listed as killed in action, but was reclassified last year as missing in action.
Tonight, a CBS 47 update on fundraising efforts to help the family of a Clay County deputy who died on duty. Eddie Hayes died of a heart attack back in May. He was on the job at the time, but the state has denied his family compensation and benefits. To help the family, the Clay County Sheriff organized a fundraiser collecting money on Wells Road. So far, $30,000 has been donated. Other fundraisers are planned to further help the deputy's family.
Keep it.
Ovarian cancer kills, and most of the time without much warning. But a new blood test could change that, helping to save your life. We'll show you how. And Bob is in with a very hot CBS 47 forecast. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
And don't forget, if you have any questions about the big CBS switchover, we have people with the answers. Just call our phone bank right now at 645-9098.
Tonight on CBS 47 News at 11, we've discovered a paint that could make the difference between losing your home and surviving a fire.
I'm John O'Connor. We shared our exclusive CBS 47 investigation with Jacksonville firefighters, and even they were surprised at the dramatic pictures and even more dramatic results. We tested the paint ourselves, and tonight at 11, we'll show you what happened and tell you where you can get it.
Tonight on CBS 47 News at 11.
You'd like to believe that floods happen to other people, not you. But are you ready to bet the house on it? The fact is, your homeowner's insurance won't protect you against flood losses. National Flood Insurance will. So why risk losing everything when buying and keeping National Flood Insurance can make all the difference? Get the facts. Call for your free National Flood Insurance guide. Be flood alert. Call 1-888-FLOOD-44.
Think you're tough? Try one of Toyota's trucks on for size. Check out Tacoma. This baby performs when you need it, where you need it, every time you need it. And let us introduce the full-size driving, towing, and hauling machine commonly known as the Toyota Tundra. Tundra's what other trucks want to be when they grow up. Now get 0.0% APR financing for 24 months or $1,000 cash back on the 2002 Toyota Tundra. That's 0.0% APR or $1,000 cash back.
It's time to declare war on inadequate insurance coverage before you lose everything you worked so hard for. I'm Dr. Robert Gibson, and for almost 25 years, I've heard one tragic story after another from good people who thought they were doing the right thing when purchasing automobile insurance. Many insurance companies ask for your business without explaining exactly what your policy covers. Call for my free video that will explain automobile insurance coverage, because knowledge is power.
Well, aside from being hot, there's also a little tropical activity on the radar screen.
First storm of the season out there. Bob Allen has more on that and our CBS 47 forecast.
Thank you very much, John, and thank you, Paige. We do have tropical depression, little number 1. It's now Arthur. We'll show you Arthur in a moment because Arthur's no threat to us, but it's still out there. It's the big one, the first one of the year. Mostly sunny now. Temperature downtown 92, at the beach 93 degrees. Around the nation, here are your temperatures. 91 just to the north of us at Atlanta. Not too many 90s around the country, but here's a surprising one. Denver's heated up at 92 degrees. Otherwise, we do have plenty of upper 80s. Kansas City 88, Chicago 88, 89 at Detroit. Out on the west side of the country, the hottest temperature always is 98 in Las Vegas. And of course, we know out in Las Vegas, Nevada, they're just starting to get heated up. Here is our 3D fly-through from Mexico. Around Texas, southern portion of the state still getting another round of rain. That's not good news. But you can see the southeastern U.S., including all of Florida, barely a cloud around. Of course, no showers, no thunderstorms, except for southwestern and south central part of the Florida peninsula. Here's the tropical storm Arthur position as of 5 o'clock. It's 37.3 north latitude, 67.0 west longitude, in case you're marking it on your hurricane charts. Winds are now up to 60 miles an hour, so that's quite an increase, with the gusts up to 70 miles an hour, so it is strengthening. And remember, the Gulf Stream is still in this area off the coast of the U.S. eastern seaboard, so temperatures are still very warm. That's probably why Arthur has increased intensity and increased so quickly. But here's the key. The movement is still east of northeast at 26 miles an hour. That's pretty fast movement. 500 miles east northeast of Cape Hatteras, North Carolina, which of course is right back here. This movement, of course, means it's going to be moving out into the Atlantic waters, which is safe for us. It also means that it is going to be moving into the cooler Atlantic waters. Around the nation, south central U.S. is the wettest spot, the most soaking spot. Of course, they've had flooding problems for the last month. Look at some of these heavy rain totals, anywhere up to 6 inches, from 2 inches and upwards, all around the south central and southeastern U.S. or of Texas into southwestern Louisiana. Steamy weather, tropical air is just being drawn in because of this upper air low, that low that created some storms for us Friday and Saturday. Around the nation, here's the way everything is going to be going. No change for us. We will be staying hot. Partly cloudy tonight, warm and muggy, 73 city, 78 beach. Tomorrow we're up into the low and middle 90s. Hot and humid with the heat indices well into the 105 to 110 degree range. The CBS 47 forecast for extended period. Looks like Wednesday and Thursday we have a chance of some thunderstorms. At least it's the best for this week. 40% chance. Then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, low 90s, back to the 30% chance of the showers and thunderstorms. So The best thing, John and Paige, is that I remind everybody, take it easy every way and any way you can, and drink plenty of fluids, because we've got a lot of folks out in the First Coast region that work outdoors in many ways, roofs and everything. So
stay hydrated.
Take it easy. Exactly.
Thank you, Bob.
Thanks, Bob. Millions of women have Pap tests every year to help spot cervical cancer.
Now, CBS 47 has uncovered another test that may help catch a cancer that is difficult to detect early, ovarian cancer. Scientists at Northwestern University in Chicago are working on a blood test that could become a standard part of your yearly exam, and as Julie Feldman shows you, it could save your life.
This is at the center of the research. It looks like a grocery store barcode.
The cancers have these bands, whereas the non-cancers don't.
It holds important medical information. It's a graph of proteins in your blood. Scientists recently identified 5 protein bands unique to people with ovarian cancer.
All cancers were found correctly, and all early stage cancers were found correctly.
All early stage cancers.
That's what's exciting about this.
But Fishman says the evaluation only tested blood from women who had already been diagnosed.
It worked beautifully, and that was why it was very exciting. We have other tests that are almost as valuable, but again, they're all after the fact.
This is just one of 14 blood tests under review here at Northwestern University, all for ovarian cancer, the one cancer that seems so hard to find. Now, it's time to apply these tests to women who are seemingly healthy.
It would be revolutionary. It will make a tremendous difference. Well, it could save a lot of lives.
Enter Ann Ruland. Her mother recently died from ovarian cancer.
She loved to read. She loved to do research. She did a lot of family history.
Ann picked up her mother's love of books. She's a reference librarian at Marquette University. Did she pick up a gene for ovarian cancer, too? Ann is enrolled in Fishman's Ovarian Cancer Early Detection Program. It's her best shot at finding an answer. She goes to Chicago for regular exams and to give blood samples for research.
It's really the only good solution to this disease because of the quiet way that it does develop. Early detection is the best possible solution.
I hate to see other husbands go through it, and I hate to see the wives go through it, because it's a very, very nasty disease.
A blood test won't bring back Joe Steinke's wife or Ann Ruland's mother, but it might save other women from ovarian cancer.
That was Julie Feldman reporting. Forget Dr. Phil, we now know the key to better sex. The answer lies in the difference between the two sexes. The new study says the key for men is to reduce conflict, especially the kind that raises their blood pressure. And for women, increasing friendship and the togetherness helps rev up their life in the bedroom. You don't want to miss CBS 47 News tonight at 11.
Here's a look at what we're working on. If there was a product out there that could save your family from a fire, would you buy it? CBS 47 has found such a product, and we put it to the test. Tonight at 11, a look at a paint that keeps the flames from spreading and giving your family time to make it out alive. And still to come on CBS 47 News.
Plenty of sports news is straight ahead. The Jaguars are counting down to Camp Coughlin tonight. You'll hear from the players.
Also, some big changes on the way for sports viewers here in Jacksonville. Ryan shows you why to keep it tuned right here to CBS 47 after the break.
Gateway Shopping Center. Over 90 stores in one convenient location. You'll find jewelry, shoes, clothing, and accessories. Your fashion headquarters on the north side. Gateway Shopping Center is located off of I-95 at Norwood Avenue. If you haven't seen Gateway lately, check us out. Let Gateway Shopping Center be your gateway to value.
A million uses and counting. The 210 horsepower supercharged Nissan Xterra. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
It's our 12-year anniversary, and we're celebrating July 19th, 20th, and 21st with Fleetwood. Right now, you can buy a Fleetwood home with no money down and rates as low as 7%. Get a new Fleetwood 4-bedroom, 2-bath home for just $299 a month. And with every home sold, get an ADT alarm system installed with 3 years monitoring. Bank finance officers and factory reps will be on hand to give you your best deal. This weekend only at Quality Mobile Homes on Blanding Boulevard, 8 miles south of the Orange Park Mall in Middleburg.
This UPN weather update is brought to you by KFC.
Mr. Barry Bonds! Still eating those mystery meat nuggets until I came along with KFC popcorn chicken. All white breast meat, crunchy, juicy.
We didn't know that, did we, Mr. Barry Bobblehead?
Isn't it time to try lightly breaded KFC popcorn chicken? Get an individual size for only $1.99 or a family size for $6.99.
You want to see something really funny?
There's fast food, and then there's KFC.
With the CBS network finding a new home here at WTEV, a lot of folks want to know, where am I going to see my Jags game?
Most importantly, don't panic. You know, the Jags are going to be on, the Masters are going to be on. You're just going to have to switch your channel, and you will be safe. Well, it certainly is a new day here at Clear Channel Jacksonville. A lot of the many programs that were on CBS are now moving this way. As of 5 o'clock this morning, they actually made the switch. Now, of course, most importantly of all, the Jaguars. 13 of the Big Cats games now moving to CBS 47, which makes Clear Channel the home of the Jaguars with all but one game. If we go to the graphic, we'll show you some of the changes. Of course, there are the Big Cats, and they are obviously the big change. Much more about our coverage coming up, including pregame and postgame shows as we draw nearer to kickoff of the season. NFL football, you'll see that NCAA basketball tourney, the Masters, of course, and a lot of college football, including UF and Miami, and another big one this year against Tennessee. Well, NFL camps open as early as Saturday, but that is the Texans, and they will certainly need more practice. As for Camp Coffin, all the rookies and veterans, they are scheduled to report next Thursday, believe it or not. Now, most veterans we've talked to have been encouraged by an offseason that has certainly seen the entire roster completely overhauled. Now, the expectations among the national critics, they are low, but make no mistake, the players expect a winning season.
We got a great shot. There's no reason to think that we cannot win at least 10 football games.
Over the last couple of years, we hadn't been able to make those moves that we needed in the offseason to, really help our team. And this year, with the expansion draft and everything, it really helped us out. We had to fill some holes, and I think we did that.
All right, one would think Tiger Woods, of all people, would not need a pass to gain entry into the British Open grounds, but an official actually stopped Woods today on the driving range. Yeah, Tiger hit a drive, though, and it was pretty obvious who he was. Tiger, of course, will overshadow this week's field as he tries to add the third stage of the Grand Slam. British Open conditions, never easy. They're also rarely the same from more than a few holes.
Because they're always short until the wind blows. You could play a hole there that's a driver wedge, and the next day you won't reach with two wood. So
if you don't drive the ball good there, you're just going to get smoked. So that's the whole key. It's just if you go over there driving good, you might have a chance to do something there. Because the greens are fairly flat. There's nothing tricky about it.
And we finish on two wheels tonight. Nice scenic shot of France, where American Lance Armstrong certainly made his move today. The three-time defending champ finishes second in today's time trials, good enough to vault him to second overall. So we're slowly moving up in the hunt, and that's what it matters.
Yeah, what we expected, too, from him.
Absolutely.
All right, Ryan, thanks. Before we go, a quick look at the CBS 47 forecast.
The whole week is going to be a week of heat, but it's going to be a week of just a few thunderstorms. So this is the way it looks. Wednesday and Thursday, that's the best chance for thunderstorms. Every day is the best chance for hot.
All right, thanks, Bob. And thank you for choosing CBS 47 News at 6. The CBS Evening News with Dan Rather is on next.
And we'll, of course, be here tonight at 11 o'clock. We appreciate you making CBS 47 your choice for news. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later on the night.
This fall.